I'm live. Let's give it a minute. Let everyone welcome. I'm Ed, Spark Innovations. This is our Live and Sparky show. Let's see what I got. Live and Sparky. Looks like it's live. Let me okay. Talking. There we go. Give it a minute. Let everyone to my page. Sure. Once again, I'm Ed. I can move that mic, but it's fine right there. We'll just hang out and talk. If you've seen this week, we've been filling dealer orders of the conductor, the new product that we have. Opening more woofers, but check this out. Made my own fancy little shims out of this. Four is when I start doing the coil spider packs. Basically, it gives me a line. Might have to do a demonstration. So washed out with light. I made a line. So when it goes in there, the height of the coil set, right? So that's that. I have a bunch of sheets. It's a nice thickness. Different colors. It was my old HHR from back in the day. I had all my razor light panels wrapped around the box and different areas. One of the enclosures, I think on the front, I had a white version of this film. So when you put it up to a light panel, you know, it glows, it illuminates. It's nice and there we go. Yeah. It's a nice pattern to it. And I like when you open the hatch, I had a blue. So this was extra film I had laying around from back in those days, messing with lighting. And it just happens to be a really good thick as shims for reconing woofers. So that's what I repurposed it. Isn't that cool? We did a lot of cool stuff with this stuff back in the day. All right, I do have set up over here on the test bench an amplifier, charger, two conductors. If anyone is interested, I just shot video footage for us to put a couple videos together for promo and kind of like a brief rundown to why do you need it sort of thing. And I'm editing that footage this week, so we'll upload that. Now, the conductor has been where we basically build and fill orders for dealers. So we don't offer it direct. Rich is still working on putting the information now, and we're still filling a couple. So that is the conductor. If you have questions on it, comments, interest in it, and we can cover some of that stuff and show you it over there. Although, like I said, I will have a structured, edited video up soon on that. I just shot the footage, and gonna be a few videos on that. All right, looks like I have comments coming in. I can't see that far away. All right. Just give you a few minutes to get Jason. All right. We got Jason giving a shout out. Hey, Jason. We got Sound Q. We got Chris from West Texas, it looks like. Charles Roach. We got Charles Roach. We got Eric from Florida, it looks like. You King. So, what's going on? So that's a little bit of what I'm doing now. The reason I'm doing that is because we have a lot of these parts of Sundown E version 4 woofers, and it really help us grow. You need some low cost woofers. Hey, we do that. So we're an official refurb center for just the E series. We don't take we basically have a stock of parts for E series, the old woofers down there that he repairs and whatnot, that we now are refurbishing and selling through this site. So the listings are up. I'm gonna I guess I'll start posting them on some of the woofer classifieds pages to let people know what are in stock. They're all going to be D4 5th 10-inch, and they're all the Sundown E version 4. But you have them nicely rebuilt by me with my nice shim, and I should do a demonstration on this. Maybe I will. Can I move the camera in? Why not do that? To actually show you guys. Andy from Jersey. Jersey, Sound Q Sounds in Barbados. Hey, if you're watching from down there, Sound Q Sounds, hit him up. They're gonna down there, which would be cool. Now, as we release new things like the conductor, it'll be nice to get out there. We do have some advancement on. We've released some information about aluminum options and possibly illuminated panels, but available right now. Not. Dang it. All right. A coil to a spider, or you want to see the conductor in action over there? Give me a vote. Or none of it. You just want to talk about. I'm thirsty. I don't have my water up here. Dang, it's down there. Oh, well. Nicely. I still have shelves to build up here. So I have this nice big work table that I built. But what I want to do is against the wall and in the corner build shelves to put parts and tools. So if I'm going to be recoating woofers up here, I have my coils and stuff on a shelf, but interim, I just glued up this until I'm ready to put it in. So one of the ideas of efficiency is to stay on one task in quantity, in volume. So instead of, and if you have one tool in your hand, don't put it, keep that tool, keep doing. So if I'm going to do 12 of these, I might as well keep that bottle of glue in my hand. And these shims right here, I need a place to stack them, keep them until I then bring the frames in to then glue these into the frames. So it's just space organization and a big flat table is great to do the work, but not your parts. So I need to use vertical space for that to build shelves. Need the time too. Rich did not show me a video. No, not yet. Andrew Mack says tote shelves that slide out. Well, interestingly enough, we actually bought these big 6-foot long drawer sliders. Same setup where these are pallet racks. This is a pallet rack. And we're going to build like huge shelves under them, 42-inch deep drawer that slides out. So like when we're building stuff down there, well, now acrylic pieces that aren't ready to go on, instead of just stacking them on a shelf or a table somewhere, we'll put them in these drawers, these huge drawers. We have the sliders, we just haven't gotten the wood, and so, but that is a good idea. The totes on sliders is another thing. But up here I want like tabletop shelves with easily accessible to grab parts and whatnot. Yeah. What do we got? Don't watch it live, no. Say, come over and weld some stuff. We do have a welder. Actually, it's not at my house right now, but everything semi-permanent, not permanent, because we rent the place and we didn't want to build a second structure, permanent construction. We want to be able to tear these shelves down and move if we need to. So this whole level, if that makes sense, all screwed, screws and bolts and whatnot. All right, what else we got? We have 3D printer. And we used to have a 3D printer. Didn't have much use for it for what we wanted to do, so we sold it a while ago. What is this yellow stuff? And our routers mostly, but 3D printing is cool. I hope you got a good one, because ours was finicky. It was a Creality, or I forget the model number. It was a huge one, like 500 millimeter by 500 millimeter, and it just never did an enclosure for it and got a bed heater and all this stuff. But it didn't work out for us. And that was years ago. So, all right. What else you guys got? Trying to see over there. What projects are you guys? Let me swing around. I'll show you the conductor over there. What's that? All right, bear with me. I got to move the microphone. All right, let's see. Well, camera is a little bit weird, but MechMan alternator. There's a battery charger here too. During the video, I was kind of just explaining it could be a charger or an alternator. The negative goes to the battery, so you can use this conductor to monitor your charge into this battery. Being lithium, that's important. The wire then goes through another conductor to the amplifier. and that will monitor all the current draw of this amplifier. It's connected like normal. You know, I positive from the charger alternator to the battery, and the battery through a fuse holder to the amp. We don't touch it. This being a distribution block, you can have 8 wires in, 8 wires out, 4 lug style, 4 style. So if you have amplifiers with multiple ground inputs, this will take care of it. Or if you have multiple amplifiers and those terminals, if you want to also branch off to smaller amps like this. You want to monitor the current draw of your sub amp and your highs amp. Your fannies can plug it, you know, whatever it is. To play the amp, I have to use the computer, but I'm using that for streaming right now. So I can show the current from the battery charger into. So the one video I'm doing will show discharge and charge, and if you're and a voltmeter here. And what's cool about that is your voltage is not dropping, at least not fast enough to display when your discharge is at a greater current than your charge depleted. Just you don't see that in voltage yet. So the voltage drop is a secondary symptom where the current is a real-time thing. So for monitoring health and performance of. All right, let's see what should be like that. All right, the green one here is charger, and there we go. It's a 15 amp charger, depending on the state of the battery. Right now it's at 12.7, 12.8 charge into the battery. Now, if you're doing this in your car and that's your alternator, you get to see if your alternator is actually doing the current supposed to, right? You also get to see, is it a healthy charge for your batteries? A fuse or wire that's damaged, but a voltmeter will still show voltage, but all flow through it. It'll be resisting current flow. But a voltmeter is a very, very small amount of current. So this will show you the real cause of things instead of the secondary. If you can see this, working on making these available, red, green, blue displays for the conductor. The standard one is white up here. You can see the white. And these are the new ones that read faster. It actually reads 10 times a second. And now it's dropping. What that means is this battery. So it's drawing less and less current from the charger until it meets the top level that charge. It should go to 0. Let's wait till it goes 0. It's at 4, 3, 3.5 right now. We see it. See, okay. So now that battery is topped off. If that's at 0, battery's topped off. Whatever the voltage says, it's not charging right now. Turn that off. So that's a brief little explanation on the conductor. You definitely need them. It tells you more about the health and performance of your electrical system. Meters alone will. Can the LED intensity be adjusted? No, it cannot be adjusted. Is green is the brightest. It's a perception, but it is the brightest, and the camera picks it up more sensitively than it does in person. So although it looks somewhat bright in person, it looks even brighter on my monitor over there. Then it washes out. The white is a good contrast. That's what comes standard. The blue and red, obviously red appears the dimmest, but you want it dimmer. I would just suggest a film, window tint, something like that. So, but it's actually not too bad in person. We also have red, green, blue, purple, white voltmeters to match that. In fact, this is white. You can barely see that on camera though. Voodoo copy. Are they bright like the stingers? They're not usable. Oh, they're quite like the stingers. White being, you can see I don't have much slack on that. Actually, hold on. Fellas, I got you. It the brightest color to our eyes. So in reality, if I were to put a light meter, this white up here would be brighter than this green. But look at that green. It's just washing it out. Depends on the exposure of the camera right now. But to my eye, I see a dim ring. It's just blown out. Besides that, the white of the voltmeter and the conductor display is about the same. It's just too hard to tell on here. We try and take better pictures for the site and all that. Look at that thing back there. Boom. You can see how bright. Like it's in real life, it's not that bright. Trust me. It does look bright as heck on the screen though. I also have this is a dim corner. Let's turn this up. So door be somewhat visible. You can see now the switch is a little bit better. Yeah, a little bit better. All right. So bright. I have 0%. Oh my, 0% tint. Yeah. So there's the conductor on the side of it, or just the wire right into it. There. So what do you think of that? Conductor's definitely going to tell you more information than just a voltmeter will. And it's cool to tell what your amps are pulling so you know their efficiency. Get back on the tripod. There we go. Okay. Now I get this set up here like this. Might as well keep it like this, right? Turn that off. Is that better? Light special. That's better. We also got these really nice switch panels that we're working on. We'll have soon, like I said. Can I see the chat? There we go. All right. Where are we? Yeah, and switches and voltmeters are always available too. Raw switches, raw voltmeter, and put them in wherever you want. If you're building your own podium or console or whatever. In fact, our first products, and I like them. We went through a couple iterations because we just wanted the best, most solid switch. I'm thinking of adding more options eventually, but right now that's what we got. We got red, green, blue, purple, white latching. There is momentary. Adding another relay box, fans, and a conductor. Well, there you go, and we appreciate that. That's a lot of nice stuff. Coupon amp. I'm gonna, if it works. I still haven't tested it. I got my 3Ks here. These are the 3Ks are what I'm supposed to be using in my HHR. This I'm going to use on the test bench, but then also put it in my Cutlass to do a retro build. That powering 4 12-inch original. So that'd be cool. Oh yeah, your build for your late son. Well, it's a good dedication, which is awesome. I love good people like Andrew, and there's a lot of good people. What I appreciate is that people in car audio are like honorable, and it's not just a. And when we probably all heard it when we were younger, when we were teenagers or in our early 20s. Oh, this is dumb stuff. Like, no, it's built careers and businesses and uh, hobbies that enrich us and tells and give us friendships and something to do with life, activities and whatnot, allow us to travel, to learn things. That the people involved are like that, like Andrew here. Some of the fuel N was hopping. Yeah, this isn't like when Spring Break Nationals was around. I was lucky enough to go to a few adopted, but it's still good. Still a lot of good shows around and whatnot. It's good to be involved on a different level as a manufacturer. Now that we have sparked innovations and we're involved in and going to shows and all that sort of thing, being involved on this level is something that I could only have dreamt of when I was younger, but now and that's why one of the reasons is I want to keep pushing for us to be a US manufacturer is to be involved on that level and to be able to like walk down an aisle of show cars at a show and see something that came in someone else's creation that they built from their mind and their hands and they incorporated my thing. It's such an honor. I'll never get that feeling. Can't wait to get back to shows. Yeah, it is awesome. Post on social media. That's great too. It's all very appreciated, and I love it. It's an awesome goal. It is an awesome goal, and to bring other people in. I've said it before, and it's not just a way to get free labor. A kind of a shop apprentice to come on by. You want to learn how to work with different cone woofers, to build products, to design stuff, to do light machining and lasering. You want to learn that stuff, come home RPA. It's about 25 miles north of Philly. And if there was someone interested, we do need help physically, and we're not able to build the resources. We don't have the capital to do. It has to be slow growth. But besides that, I also enjoy passing along knowledge and with people. You know, John Earl, what's going on? All structural and composite stuff. There you go. Speaking of composite stuff, I know it's not necessarily super structural, but I do want to learn how to work with carbon fiber sometimes for Kevlar and carbon fiber. And I know, like, I've watched tons of video of people building their own custom parts out of it, and I've done a lot of fiberglass, and some of this skill translate. However, if I wanted to make something like a product worthy out of it, I don't know if we would do it in house. The resources to build the infrastructure to be able to do that, especially if it's a bigger part. But I don't want to leak one that I have, but definitely want to work with carbon fiber. And I've never done. And I did get to tour Panos, the race car team, the race team in Georgia. And they do carbon fiber racers and stuff like that. And they showed us this, huge roll of carbon fiber. It has to be as big as it would come out on these huge rolls, and all the weave they did and everything. And they had these big autoclaves, which is an oven that you can do that. So vacuuming and heating up in this autoclave to cure the carbon fiber was very impressive. And that was like 13 years ago. I don't even know what they can do now. Like that's technology, that manufacturing procedures that have advanced since then. I mean, heck, Ford's doing somewhat affordable carbon fiber. The pressure is not 100% needed. There's carbon fiber and seen methods where they don't vacuum bag it. It depends on what you're doing. But someday I'll mess around with it. A ton at once sometimes. Some of it is really cool, especially weaving. I've even seen aluminum thread woven in to kind of like save cost a little bit, I guess. Yes. Equipment. Hey, it's Louis. Ever thought of designing amplifiers? I can see you guys succeeding in that area. Person involved with an amplifier, that's beyond us. I did toy around with designing a high-powered, but again, I think it's a little bit beyond our capabilities. Someone like Diaguardo, he had his amplifier design, but I think he got side, never really did anything with it. He might eventually, but yeah, I have no real experience beyond tech building an amp kit back in the day. So it would be cool, but maybe someday, not immediate company, and build a team. Maybe there'll be people we can recruit that could help out with that. That's the idea, right? Mac, thanks for stopping by. See you around. And I'm going to go soon too. What time is it? We're 35 minutes, 6:30 now. Okay, so that's usually the time I end the live stream. Just wanted to say hi, and let's see how the lighting will display right there. There you go. Did you see that blip? So my 3K amp is turned on right, no playing through it. So you could see the blip of the amp turning on went over 3 amps. Whatnot, just everything, the relay clicking on and everything charging up. So it's also one reason why we like to use to turn on a bunch of amplifiers, because a head you handle a whole lot of load. But all right, that's a story for another day. Now that we have the conductor, we can use it to do lots of demonstrations and whatnot, and we will. All right, Louie, take care. Appreciate that. Who else do we got in the chat? Everyone else going? All right, yeah, I'm going to sign off here. Get back to recoding woofers. Hey, look, 10s, 12s, or 15s, hit us up. We got the Sundown E Series version 4 that I'm recoding. D4s, nice woofer. You need a woofer for the beater car or a play around woofer? We got them. I might even do a package deal. So, hey, I'm about to sign off. But what's going on? I believe Frankie, they got or are getting their conductor in Canada. So Car Audio Direct, if you're up in Canada and want to get one of these conductors, there should be unless they're sold out. So Car Audio Direct, go hit up the guys up there, and they'll get you set up. Well, see you, everybody. I'm going to sign off now, and it is raining pretty heavy here. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Catch you next time.